Where the fuck is my rank? Where the fuck did my bullets go? I just stopped getting hit markers? So as you guys know, a whole bunch of info has been leaking over the past, like, it's been like a week and a half straight, and most of it was coming from Reality at this point, but before Reality started getting into all those files and stuff, Ghost of Hope usually was the guy that was tweeting out a whole bunch of this information, Tom Henderson, others. Sorry, man. I could have gotten them both. But half of these guys aren't shooting back. But, oh yeah, so speaking of that, I don't necessarily know any details on it or whatever, but the Ghost of Hope actually ended up tweeting out and saying, he said that there's going to be a Warzone ranked that's coming out before Modern Warfare 2, kind of as like a test thing leading up to Warzone 2. Oh, I almost lost that shit. I don't know what happened to my frames today, too. My frames are horrible right now. Game just feels like shit. What's strange to me about that, honestly, is that, like, it's coming so close to Warzone 2 or whatever, but apparently it's coming out, like, right behind Modern Warfare 2 in order to test it a little bit before Warzone 2. And assuming Warzone 2 is, like, 2 months or so after Modern Warfare 2 comes out. So, I mean, we'll have, what, like, 3 months or some shit like that of testing out that ranked game mode. I don't know how much we can genuinely really learn. Like, the thing is, they said that Iron Trials was meant to be the more competitive thing, but obviously they don't have a ranked mode. Now, the thing is this truly actually like a ranked mode? Like, I mean, obviously he didn't expand on the information any further or whatever, but what kind of ranked mode are we talking about exactly? Like, are we talking actual real ranked mode? Like, okay, a lot of people say, and I'm not even knocking on it either because I think it's a good game, but Apex Legends, people will say that Apex Legends is a boring game. Now, obviously, that's just some people's opinions. If you don't play the game, you don't like it. If you do play the game, you likely do like it. So, one thing that's very, very interesting about Apex, I think, is the fact that they have a ranked mode. I think that's the thing that keeps it going. I think that's the thing that keeps a lot of people hooked, especially like the good, more hardcore players of the game. I think the ranked mode is really what gets people hooked on the game, not just the game in itself. It's the ranked mode as well. And we all know that Call of Duty, like, we know that Call of Duty always does this shit where they're gonna cherry pick things from other games, and they're gonna try to use everything that they possibly can that works from other games in their own way, and then just, you know, make it Call of Duty style. Sometimes they succeed, sometimes they don't, but they're gonna be trying this shit with Tarkov, and the idea is that, I mean, they got a whole team of people that sit there and research all of this shit. They must see something with the ranked mode, and they must see something with the Tarkov mode. Otherwise, I mean, what's the point? Like, they ain't gonna do it if they think they're just gonna fail, right? I don't know what that guy's doing. There's just some weird players over here.
Enemy soldier nearby.
There's no way this guy actually came back. What the fuck? What? Like, he went back to the same exact spot. Is this guy... You know, I always thought about this. What if they're actually just adding bots to the game? Man, that's the EOD on.
Nice aim bot!
What? I literally missed a shot on you earlier, but alright. So a Warzone ranked mode to me is just like, do you really want to go out of your way to do that now? I don't know. It feels too late to me, in my opinion. I mean, if obviously, if they ever had a mode, like, if it actually worked, where you have, like, your actual score there, your Warzone score, your Call of Duty score, whatever. The idea is that if you win a game, or at least place high enough in the game, I'm not entirely sure, you gain ranking. If you lose games early, or if you don't drop a lot of kills, you also lose it. So I'd assume, like, certain amount of kills and a win could count as a certain amount from, you know, a maximum amount that you could earn per game or some shit like that. Or it's a very, very daunting task for them to actually make a ranking system. I get that, but at the same time, I mean, you guys have been making games for I don't know how many years, given you haven't truly been making competitive games that entire time. So yeah, it's probably very, very difficult for them to know or understand what they should actually be doing here.
Lesson 5 was still standing. Next time,
I was just in the worst spot possible. I didn't really know how to rotate at that point. Fall Guys has a higher skill gap than Warzone. Dude, I was playing Fall Guys last night. I didn't even know all the controls and I almost won, dude. Now, I'm sure that there's actually high-level Fall Guys out there where people, like, know crazy shortcuts and there's probably, like, world record runs and shit like that, but the whole game is literally, like, 3-4 buttons, but it's frustrating as shit because of the way that people play and the way that your character just fucking falls over themselves for nothing. I mean, the game's called Fall Guys, I know, but... First place, bitch! I didn't know how to grab. I did not know how to... Dude, NASA put out some new pictures from the new telescope that they're using, the James Webb. Those pictures from NASA are fucking insane. When are we gonna get a player count increase on this shit? I feel like I can barely drop 20 kills. I mean, given I don't usually get that close, but you know. My game sense is pretty bad on this, to be honest. A lot of the time I just go, gotta risk it anyway if I want to get kills, so I'm just gonna run out in the open at this point. And I was completely pinned by 2 different people from I don't even know how far away, so it's just, alright. I don't know exactly how this Warzone ranked is gonna be because they did the Iron Trials before, but Iron Trials only operated by a separate rule set. Like, for example, do you guys think that an actual ranked mode should have a separate rule set from the regular BR? Or do you think everybody should be ranked by the same, you know, rule set across the board in BR? Do they make a completely different thing to try to make it, quote, more competitive at base level? Or do they actually separate them? It's just, there's so much. And then there's, like, a questioning on, like, how the elo system works, if people could possibly, like, fucking, like, VPN to get better lobbies or some shit like that in the ranked mode. Obviously, I mean, the cheating is insane. What? Oh my god! I'm going back in there. I'm gonna 2-plate his put. Are you serious? Speaking of outer space, dude, I sent this. Oh man. To give you an idea of what my keyboard is like right now, this is my Alt key on my keyboard. The only thing that seems to be intact is like half of the like bottom prong thing that allows it to stick in there properly. I figured somebody would be watching. I was actually gonna lose that. What is up with the Marco, man? About to go back to the Blixen, I swear. Stop playing. I feel like 3 months, it's probably not even enough for them to figure it out. I'm gonna be honest. We're probably gonna spend the majority of it just complaining about the way that it's set up. I mean, ultimately, I understand, though. For Warzone 2, obviously they want to try to get the ball rolling on some sort of ranked mode, like a real ranking system that has, like, elo and shit like that. Just look at Apex Legends as the best example in terms of, like, a BR elo system. Hey, I'm gonna just run in here and die. I mean, fuck it. Batman melee! Wait, there's another one in here. What the fuck is it?
I want the airstrike here.
this is Phoenix 3. Strike it down.
Oh, I'm so lucky that guy was not good enough to just kill me like that. I thought he was in the building.
Destination.
Relocating the safe zone. Next time will be different. Return to base.
So happy this game is fucking dead. I don't know the ins and outs of the Apex thing, but just the general idea of you get over this threshold of a certain amount of ranked points, you are now this rank. You are gold, you are silver, you are bronze, and stuff like that. The thing is, the thing that worries me mostly, though, is that they might go the route of Fortnite, where they don't necessarily have any actual ranking down. They just have, like, tournaments, and then you have, like, a good amount of, like, a leaderboard and stuff like that to get, like, the most hype or whatever it is. But there's no actual, like, ranking name for it, you know what I mean? People can't go around and be like, yeah, I'm diamond, yeah, I'm platinum, yeah, I'm all this and all this other shit. Because also, I highly doubt that Call of Duty, the same people who started removing deaths off of leaderboards and displaying public stats and other shit like that, they also want to protect the newer players and the lower skilled players because that's going to be the bulk of their, you know, player base or whatever. If the bulk of them all want to start playing ranked, and ranked is actually a huge success, they as a company don't like the idea of people being able to get bullied for a bad rank, for example. Like if you're bronze, people would be getting made fun of for being bronze, and that's why a lot of people wouldn't even start playing ranked to begin with. Although then you would just get made fun of for not playing ranked. So it's surprising to me that they're actually going to attempt this. They might just actually be testing the waters, see how it works on Warzone 1 for a couple months, see what works and doesn't work, and then ultimately they can just decide to not put it in at all. I don't know. It's just weird because, you know, getting rankings in BR games it's kind of wishy-washy, you know what I mean? There's so much randomness in it, so it's like, how can you also make it competitive? Obviously, there are competitive rule sets, obviously competitive games have been played, tournaments and shit like that, but I just don't really know how they're gonna do it. It'd be crazy if they actually did implement a whole thing that goes from, like, bronze up to master tier or whatever it is. But then you gotta determine, like, is it the amount of kills that gets you the higher rank? Is it the wins that get you a higher rank? And then also, they gotta make them kind of go hand in hand, because then it would just turn into things of, like, if wins are the only thing that matters, everyone's just gonna camp their ass off, and it's just not even real Warzone then. In real Warzone, there is a mixture of people that are hiding, other people that are looking for kills, other people that don't usually drop a lot of kills, but they try to play aggressively on people that they see. If they only reward the win, it would only reward the slowest type of play styles, because the faster you play, the more risky the play is. And if the reward isn't there, why do it? Reality did actually release some of the game modes and stuff. There's also icons and shit for them too, so it's pretty legit. But typically, I mean, I don't really care much for game modes and multiplayer. I just want to play TDM, domination, hardpoint. So long as those are there, those are the ones that are going to be played. The closest thing that they got to multiplayer that was successful at this point is Resurgence, and they did that in a BR formula. It's clear that Call of Duty players still want the Call of Duty experience of a lot of fast-paced shit. That's why so many people still play Resurgence, which is why I guess some people are surprised that I don't play Resurgence, but yeah, anyway, good luck, Leo. Let me know what you guys think. I don't really know. We'll see.